Wow, talk about entitled. Here's the thing. James Charles and his privileged ass. Hello everyone, my name is Anonymous Something. Join the Gang Network today. It starts at 99 cents a month. If you don't want to join the channel though, but you still want to show your love and support to the Gang Network, then there are options below. Super stickers, super thanks, you know the drill. It helps the channel either way. Buy the Gang Network merch today. Also, give this video a hype. Hype it multiple times, and with that being said, let's get right into the video topic. Okay, today we are going to be talking about Charles. What's the name of this guy? James Charles? I don't know. He's like a big YouTuber, and he's not straight, right? Like, yeah, he's not straight. Let's just go with that, all right? He's a YouTuber. A lot of people know him. I think he has a shit ton of subscribers. I don't know him that much, but I know him a bit because I had like a girlfriend back in the day who knows who the fuck this guy is. You know, she's a big fan. She's a big fan of him, and yeah, we're gonna talk about him. All right, we're gonna talk about James Charles today. So apparently, he did a giant oopsie. You know, his privileged ass did a giant oopsie, all right? And we are going to be talking about that right now. Now I've managed to collect some videos. I think it was 3, all right? So today we are going to be talking about what he did, right? The oopsie he did.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Okay. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Wow, talk about entitled. Here's the thing. James Charles and his privileged ass, this guy has never worked a fucking day in his life. He never had a fucking real job. You know, his entire life, he came from a middle-class family. Everything was fucking handed to him on a silver fucking platter, right? His entire life was smooth sailing, everything, right? Everything was given to him. Stable family, stable finances, right? And, you know, he never had to work a real job, right? And then there you go, okay? So, but here's the thing, I kind of understand his point, because he kind of said something where, oh, this person didn't follow me or was not a supporter of me and shit, alright? I kind of understand that, alright? Like, why would you ask help from me? You're not even supporting me, you're not even giving me, like, you know, why would I help you? You're not even a fan, you're not even a supporter. I understand that, but here's the thing, maybe you can just shut the fuck up, because you're not really helping her situation. Like, whoever sent the message, you're not helping her situation. She lost her job, you know, there was a bankruptcy and shit. She lost her job. Do you fucking know how hard it is to get a job? I would know, right? I would fucking know, because I used to work like a fucking horrible, mediocre, bullshit 9-to-5 job. And it sucks. And then once you leave that job, it's gonna take months. It's gonna take fucking months just to get another job, because that's how hard it is to get a job security or job, right? There's not a lot of job security anywhere here. And with the fucking climate we have right now, I mean, come on, the unemployment rate. Do you even watch the news? Do you even check the statistics? Or no, you're just a privileged ass motherfucker who doesn't know shit. Let's continue the video. I'm gonna edit myself. I'm getting heated right now.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And
yeah, I understand that. I understand that part. If I was in his situation, yeah, You know, why would I help this son of a bitch? Because this son of a bitch is not even a supporter, right? Maybe if the person was a supporter, then, you know, I understand that shit. But there's another option that you can do, right? You can just shut the fuck up about it and not post this fucking video.
Think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose.
Wow, welcome to the real world. Does this guy ever experience the fucking real world? No, he's fucking privileged his entire life. He never experienced the real world. He doesn't know what the fuck the real world is.
Their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least
maybe she thought she didn't have like any options left. She's trying her best to survive. She's trying her best to find solutions, options, and maybe like she's trying to find ways just to keep afloat. And she thought it was the only way, or maybe the reason why she's trying to do a GoFundMe is to fund, like, you know, her job hunting, right? If you know what I mean, because there's a lot of shit that goes into job hunting, right? You kind of need money to do that shit. I don't know, but that's just me. That from my experience, right? And maybe she's just using a GoFundMe to earn money to survive for a couple of weeks. And then during those weeks, she's trying to find another new job. You know, that's what I'm getting at, right?
Like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed. Doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next.
I like how Mr. Beast has nothing to do with this shit, and then he just got mentioned on this shit.
YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Like, go find that video.
Why do I have a feeling like James Charles is secretly angry at Mr. Beast? Like, there's some shade going on in this shit. Is it just me, or that's how I feel when he did that shit?
Compete, and baby, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there's no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your job? Oh.
Bitch. Have you ever experienced losing a job? You don't. So shut the fuck up. You don't know what it feels like.
What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a new one, girl.
You know what you should do? You should have not posted this video. You sound like an idiot here.
Put some effort into the workplace.
So I ended up deleting the video that I posted.
You know, he deleted that video, the one we just watched, and then maybe the next day he uploaded this video. This was kind of like an apology shit. And let's see what he has to say, all right? But the bottom line here is James Charles is a privileged ass motherfucker who's out of touch, doesn't know what the real world is, doesn't know shit. You know, he could have not uploaded that video. He should have never uploaded that video, all right? Because that was a stupid, idiotic take.
Did yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money.
Yeah.
And most people were like, enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive. And
yeah, it was out of touch, insensitive, unless you're doing that on purpose. But here's the thing. If you're acting like a heel, like for those of you who don't know, a heel is like a villain in the WWE or pro wrestling world, like a villain. If you were playing a online heel, you were doing a good job, and you should have never deleted the video. If you wanted to play the bad guy or the heel, right? You know, there are two ways to go about this shit. You can either A, continue to be the heel and earn lots of money, or B, you know, try to continue this, you know, not so goody two shoes character, because you're not. You're not a goody two shoes character. You're not good. You're not a nice person. Stop trying to pretend to be a nice person.
They're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it. But of course the internet is forever. And now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, those are valid takes. Because, no offense, but you were an idiot in your first video. You truly are a fucking idiot in your first video.
I am out of touch, first and foremost. Okay, I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way, though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself.
Oh, shut the fuck up with that shit. You were privileged your entire life.
And was determined to literally do anything to make it happen, and luckily I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation.
Bitch, you know, the girl was trying to find ways to get out of her situation. That's why she did the GoFundMe. Alright, I've been there before. I've been there, like losing a job, trying to find ways to get out of that shithole. I've been there before, and it sucks. And there are times where you're super desperate, and you're trying to find ways to get out of the shithole, and yeah, you do a lot of shit out of your comfort zone.
They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you stood by your opinion, then you should have never deleted your video.
Market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many
so you know about that shit.
horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid in asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000.
Yeah, she lost her job last week, and she's trying to find a way to fix her situation as fast as possible. Maybe because she doesn't want to be a burden with her loved ones. That's why she's trying to fix her situation as early as now. And she's not trying to prolong the bullshit.
Other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort.
Yeah.
I just personally did not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes.
Yeah, that's a fair point, right? That's a fair point.
Across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this.
Okay, so this is his third video. All right? The second video, he deleted it again. Oh my god. Come on, man. Okay, let's give his third video a chance, right?
Account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video was basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could. This video was stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely necessary. When I saw that DM,
Okay, so at least he apologized for that shit. Good on him, right?
Absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day, but instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it.
Okay, well, why the fuck would that trigger you? I really don't get it. Why would that shit trigger you? Like, I get a lot of DMs. I get a lot of messages. You know, there are people that ask me for help. I've experienced that. I've been through that as well. But here's the thing, like, how would that... I don't get it. Why would that trigger you?
And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account.
Okay, yeah, fair point on that one.
But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're gonna be able to put food on the table for yourself and your—
Like you experienced that shit. Dude, stop trying to relate to, the common average Joe.
family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention and it really hurt a lot of people. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I'm speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint. And for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry.
Okay, so at least he apologized for that shit, right? Maybe. I'm not sure if this is a real apology or what, but at least he tried to apologize, right? And, in my opinion, I think that's good enough, right? With the age of pride and, people with their fucking egos nowadays, at least he found a way to, apologize and shit. I'm gonna take that, all right? I'm gonna take that, to be honest, but yeah. The bottom line here is he's a privileged ass motherfucker who has never worked a real job in his life. He doesn't know shit about the real world. His entire life filled with luxury, stable parents, stable financial status from start to finish. His entire life privileged. He doesn't know anything about the real world like the common average Joe, the working class. He doesn't know shit about that, right? He saw the message, right? If you have nothing good to say, then just shut the fuck up, right? Like, you're scrolling on your phone, you saw the message, oh, I need help, and yada, 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 right? I know you're annoyed because this person hasn't followed you or never supported you and shit. I understand that, right? But here's the thing. You can just choose to scroll past that shit and not talk shit about it in the first place. That's all I'm saying, alright? He can do that shit. But instead, he tried to be this, obnoxious person, obnoxious, privileged, out of touch piece of shit. But at least he apologized for it, and yeah, that's good on James Charles. Now, I know he has a lot of bullshit in his career, like a lot of bullshit. He's done a lot of oopsies in his entire career, and I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I'm just going to focus on, his previous shit, right? And that's all I got to say. My name is Anonymous Something, and I'll see you all in the next video. I approve this fucking message, and AS rules.